It's me, Renee. I'm back. And today it's Friday, and I've got a little. I suppose in a way it's kind of prettyable. Maybe it's not. If this is your first video here, hi, this is me. If not, this might be something you guessed. I think I did it last year. Pretty sure I did it 2 years ago. Anyway, this is my wishes for this year, 2022. Nothing's a bit. I suppose in a way, journal like my wishes. That could be so much like, is it my New Year's resolution? So like, what does it mean? No, I'm going to talk about pop cultural things that I really wish happened this year. As easy as that, really. And first we have, so sometimes I have things to show you, sometimes I won't. And yeah, first we have MerryCurly news. So I hold up this because this is the first book. Oh, sorry, technically this second book. But yeah, it's the first in a series. Yeah, she blogs maybe like twice a year or something. But she has said that she's working on a new book. I'm pretty sure I saw that last thing she said she's working on a new book in the series, which would be amazing. Like, I know she's working on it, but like, if she can give us some updates, maybe she has a date here. Like, maybe she can announce that it's coming out in 2023, or maybe it's out late in 2022. That could happen. Or if Hollywood or some studio finally get their S together and adapt this, that would just be amazing. Or old magic also, that would also be, I suppose, maybe in a way easier with old magic because it's just the one book. And yeah, it's a bit easier than this because it's a whole series. They go all over the place, while old magic isn't that elaborate. But yeah, just kind of any news from MerryCurly would be amazing. And then, yeah, as I said before, um, I love Gilmore Girls. I've made a Gilmore Guys book tag. I've done the Gilmore Girls book tag, Gilmore Girls series tag. I love Gilmore Girls. I'm in the middle of a rewatch at the moment. I'm at season 5, episode 7. No One Male and Pregnant, which is the one that I think it's 7. Anyway, I very much love Gilmore Girls. I love that show, just kind of grows. But like even even every time I rewatch the show, I always kind of think of, well, what about this thing and this thing and this thing? Like I think there's so much things that aren't really, well, they're not unresolved because it's not huge things, but there's things that could be done more with. So honestly, yeah, and yeah, of course, I saw the Netflix movies in 2016 when they came out. I liked them ish. I actually tried to rewatch them 2 years ago. I skipped most of it because I don't know. I kind of, yeah. I think all in all, just some scenes in the last series worked for me, but as a whole, not that much worked. Still, I kind of wanted to see more because, well, I just love Star Hollow and that world, so having more from it would be cool. Uh, so yeah, I'm still kind of going to give and cross my fingers and hoping a second revival will be better than the first one. So yeah, I'm thinking that either we get news of a Gilmore Girls revival, so like more episodes, or which I also think you can maybe easier do a spin-off. Either do Richard and Emily in college, because I mean in college you'd have to have a completely new cast. You can still have ASP writers, and maybe you could have some scenes here and there in Star Hollow, because I mean young Sheldon sometimes do references and scenes with other characters, so could be done. And then maybe you could sometimes have like a flash forward onto places, well, in the area between 2007 and 2016, because we did not know all of that, and yeah, what have you. Or ASP, or maybe some of her writers, Jane Espenson and whatnot, could write a Gilmore Girls book. I mean, honestly, I think there's so much you can have in a book. Like, well, yes, I want more Gilmore Girls, but filming more is probably expensive. You need people and etc. 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 I'm not sure how much ASP is into Gilmore Girls now. Like, for her, it's probably a thing of the past. She doesn't rewatch it that much. The fandom, public, we still love it so much. We still go to it. So like we have a different kind of relationship to it. But yeah, I'm thinking that instead of filming something, you could have a book where you could have a book with start a little history. You could have a book with maybe you could have different authors write stuff in the Gilmore Girls world. Like there's lots of authors who love Gilmore Girls. Lauren Graham herself has become an author. She could write something in it. That could be fun. But like you can have like you could have still have ASP be a editor, so they could have she could have that power, which could be a way of doing it. I don't know. I want any Gilmore Girls news really. Would be so cool. Well, of course, not if like one of the cast gets killed or dead because that's not cool. But like any good Gilmore Girls news would be very fun. Then I would love for Giggle to be adapted to a movie. That I suppose could also be TV series, but I think it could actually also really work as a movie. And honestly, I think this is kind of the adaptation we need in this day and age because it has a great heart in it and a protagonist that's different but not too quirky. But yeah, she's not very standard protagonist. She's kind of fresh, and also, I mean, every book takes place in a different big city, so you'd have the big city escapism, and like and Harriet herself lives close to England and close to London, so you'd have that aspect in all the books more or less. And I don't know, and also it's a contemporary, so we need a huge budget. So I'm thinking, yeah, having Netflix collab with BBC to do adapt this one, or maybe Amazon Prime. Like, there's also streaming out there, so they need stuff. Look to books, doing look to books, and yeah, having Geek Girl being adapted would be amazing. Of course, done right, but as of course. And then we have so yeah, the first three is kind of like I suppose not impossible, but this next one's well, okay, these next two are a bit more out there, but it's my wishes, it's my daydream. So like yeah, this is more or less me daydreaming. So not all of these are just as probable, but my with you, I can daydream all I want, can't I? But yeah, my next one is okay because sometimes you have big cities, they have screenings of classics, like they might do every Christmas they might do a big screening of Love Actually, and maybe they're doing a big screening of Love Actually in the park. Oh, I suppose you wouldn't do that in December because it's cold. Oh. Or you could do a big screening of Love Actually, and you could have an orchestra playing the music besides it. You do that sometimes with with lots of different movies really, and I'm not sure if this has been done a lot with Disney movies. I have an idea that might have been done with Lion King. At least I know it's been done with Lord of the Rings. But anyway, you know what? I would really love to see a concert version of The Road to El Dorado. So you would have The Road to El Dorado on a uh, on a big, on a big wall or something. Probably easier to have a wall. And then you'd have Elton John on the side playing the piano and singing live when the songs are there. That would just be so cool. I think that would be amazing. And yeah, that's a dream thing that would happen. Like nowadays, I think the Road to El Dorado is not like hugely unpopular or unknown, but it's still kind of a bit of a cult thingy. So if it'll ever happen, I don't know. I can daydream, can't I? The next one also daydreaming. I was kind of thinking to myself when I'm making this list, should I do it completely, like should I go realistic or should I go just daydream completely? And so yeah, this next one is very daydreamy. This will probably not happen, but hey, one can always hope. One can always hope. But yeah, this next one is a book festival with Gail Carriger, Talia Hibbert, Casey McQuiston, Robin Stevens, and Holly Smale. So those are a few of my favorite authors. Some of them are based in England, so I suppose it would be easier to get them to a book festival in Norway because, of course, it needs to be a book festival in Norway. Like, it doesn't really matter where in Norway because I'd go anywhere in Norway to see these people. But yeah, I mean, it's expensive and stuff like that probably has to be announced and planned all years ahead. But like, yeah, there are a few offers I would really love to see live, and I think they would be very fun to see them live and talk and about the books and stuff. But yeah, probably not gonna happen next year. Might happen sometime in the future. Maybe I'll orchestrate it. It's probably like people always talk about like what will you do if you won the lottery or won like millions in if you got lots of money. I think probably one of the things I would do probably I would arrange a big book festival and yeah pay for all of the offers like lots of cool offers to come because usually I can't come because it's expensive to go everywhere. But like if someone's nice, they can pay for your ticket and stuff, and then it's probably easier. So yeah, that would be one of the things I would do if I had lots of money. And then last, not well, I don't know what I'm feeling. Have I? Yeah, last one, but not least. And then this one though probably is a bit more realistic again, though who knows. It is more Jennifer E. Smith movie news. So Jennifer E. Smith is a book author. Is an author. She's written like 10 books now, around that I think actually. She writes YA romance, contemporary romance, and her first book, second book, one of her first books was the statistical probability of love at first sight, which has been filmed. We don't have a date for it yet. She's also written Hello, Goodbye, and everything in between. That's being filmed or being filmed. It's in production anyway. And then we have also Field Notes of Love, being one of the newer books. That's also casted, but not much has happened. I think that one has filmed. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, she has many books on the way to becoming movies, but we don't really know that much more than that. So hopefully we'll get like at least one of them has been filmed. Now I think actually two of them has been filmed, so they could probably post them like put them in features at the end of the year or streaming somewhere. So hopefully we'll get more news there. And yeah, that's my video for today. I hope you have a nice weekend or day or whatever when you see this. And I'll see you soon. Bye.